As always, use hashtag Michigan to get your questions answered on our live shows. The Michigan Football Report will be live every Thursday until Wednesday signing day in early February. So make sure you guys are subscribed and using hashtag Michigan on our live shows to get your questions in the queue here on the Michigan Football Report. It is a mailbag time. I am taking your questions, and we are diving into a bunch of topics in and around the Michigan Football Report. Before we do, folks, I want to ask you guys one question. Who is your favorite Michigan quarterback of all time? Why do I ask that? It's because is J.J. McCarthy not going to be the guy for pretty much everybody by the end of next year if things remain the way they've gone? The kid is 12-0 as a starter. He's been at Michigan for 2 seasons. The team has lost 2 games in his 2 seasons, right? He's been a major contributor for that entire part. I think right now, I'm going to go with, it's really tough to say. I'm going to say Chad Henne, although I don't think he deserves it because he never beat Ohio State. I see a bunch of Denard Robinsons in the chat. I think Denard could be number 2. I wish it would have been, Drew Henson reminds me a lot of J.J. McCarthy as we go, Dan Farr with a $40 super chat. My man, Dan, we'll get to you in just a moment. We appreciate the super chat. Keep it rolling. $40 super chat from Dan Farrar. I appreciate it, Dan. We'll get to you in just a moment. Let me know who your quarterback is. I've seen a lot of Tom Brady, a lot of Ricky Leach from Thomas Weber, a little honk from Bob Ufer. So let me know in the comments and the live chat who your favorite Michigan football quarterback is of all time. All right, Wolverine Alaska, get into his super chat, says, thanks for hosting my favorite Michigan show. Keep it going. How can we give Cade positive vibes that we really appreciate his leadership? But the main question is, do we have a good backup plan for backup quarterback? So stay on Wolverine Alaska here. I'll address that. And then we had another question coming in at the top of the show that we want to address as well on Cade McNamara. Let's talk about the backup plan. Michigan is actively recruiting quarterbacks who are grad transfer eligible with at least 2 years of eligibility, pretty heavy. Have a bunch of names. I don't want to kind of narrow it down. I want to narrow it down to like 4 or 5 guys before I really kind of give them out because I've heard like 15 different names. But what they're looking for is someone who can be there for 2023, be a solid backup quarterback, but still has a year of eligibility in 2024 should J.J. McCarthy leave for the NFL. Davis Warren is the backup right now with Cade McNamara being injured and then leaving. Remember, he's a walk-on who was injured in high school. He's looked good. Michigan likes him a lot, but we're looking for a 2-year transfer, grad transfer, so he doesn't have to worry about any eligibility or transfer, any kind of things like that, and doesn't have expectations to start, is maybe looking to get a master's degree from Michigan, potentially be part of the Michigan football community, coaching opportunity, but could win games if he had to start in the 2024 season or if something would happen to J.J. McCarthy. Now, kind of combine that Wolverine Alaska $20 super chat with this question from Dumb Michigan Fan. I don't believe that about you, but nevertheless, that's your name. Can we hear your opinion on Cade McNamara interview with Jordan Palmer? All right, so if you guys didn't see it last night, I want to address this. I watched Cade McNamara. It was like 30 to 45 minutes, something like that. I was just kind of listening on my AirPods in the background as I was doing some laundry and, getting ready for my trip tomorrow, heading to Miami tomorrow. I thought Cade McNamara probably got tossed some hard, just environment, right? Jordan Palmer, the quarterback guru coach, and then what's the kid's name? Kyle Allen, a former Texas A&M quarterback, was in the NFL for a drink of water. They really started the interview off, and you can watch on YouTube. Just look up Cade McNamara, Jordan Palmer interview. Cade took some shots at Michigan. Number one, I think he misrepresented the battle that he was in with J.J. McCarthy. He made it seem like Michigan gave him assurances that the job was his and that he also wasn't expecting a battle because J.J. was out during spring ball. He also kind of made inferences that a guy like Lewis Hansen, the tight end, was done wrong by Michigan, even called him like a backup tight end. I mean, Lewis Hansen is transferring. He's not been the backup tight end. Frankly, he's not even been in the top 4 on the 2 deep on the tight end. But I really wish Cade would have done that article. He took that interview. He took shots in a nice way at Michigan's name, image, and likeness. He took shots at not getting the love as starting quarterback. He said random things like Michigan had never won a Big Ten title before he got there, which is, I think he meant Big Ten championship game, which would have been true. It's only been around for a decade. Clearly, Michigan's won 44 Big Ten championships. But I wish him and Eric All wouldn't be taking parting shots out the door, because what I've seen on social media over the past few days is that people are pissed, right? On Twitter, right? Look at just search Cade McNamara, search Eric All on Twitter, go look at Facebook groups, etc. Look at the comments on our show. People are mad at these guys for taking shots at Michigan out the door. I've told a few people this, that I hope the message got to Cade weeks ago, and I don't know, clearly I don't think it ever did. I said, look, whatever you do, every Michigan fan knows you're leaving after this year. Do it gracefully. Put out the tweet and just said, I have loved my time in Michigan. I'll never forget beating Ohio State again, and I hope this program does great things. I'm going to go continue my playing career elsewhere, but I'll always be a Wolverine. I'll be cheering for you guys. Go Blue. I don't think he did that. I think he took unnecessary shots, which I think is going to leave a bad taste in the mouths of a lot of Michigan fans. Eric All similarly done in Michigan. Eric All's doctor put out a statement today about his medical condition and all these different things. I wish those guys would have just kept it classy because they gave Michigan fans a ton of great memories. I'll still have great memories from them, especially those two, the Penn State game, and I don't think I'll ever forget what Hassan Haskins, Blake Corum, and the rest of the Michigan team did from an offensive perspective to complement a defense to win a Big Ten championship and beat Ohio State again last year. Dan Farrer, I appreciate the supers. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. I'm guessing Ferrer. Let's say Dan Ferrer, $40 super chat. So Jack, I'm going to give him one, but I don't want to take up the whole show moment. So make sure we're getting 4 for Dan. I'm going to write it down there. 4 for Dan. He's getting 4 stickers on the Michigan Football Report. I'm going to add him on there. Dan's Farrer, right, Jack? Okay, on 12-8. Dan, the $40 super chat. My guy, Jack, why don't we toss up the super chat menu for a quick second? I know we're on the news, the mailbag cut. Make sure everybody knows. We do super chats here on our live shows. $100 super chat from anybody. I will FaceTime call you right now. You just put, we'll get your information. We'll DM you as well. We'll get your FaceTime. $5 wheel spin. Jack will show that in a few minutes. $10 helmet sticker. We got all kinds of helmet stickers. We're going to give this helmet and a Blake Corum signed ball and a Michigan football jersey away here in another month and a half. $50. Anybody with $50 super chat. So Dan, 10 more bucks. I'll make you a personal Michigan football holiday video, Christmas video, news, whatever you guys want. You can send it to somebody else. And then our biggest super MVP, it's Dan so far, right? So make sure we make him one. We'll get the MVP for today's show. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, it's the Michigan Football Report providing Michigan football breaking news. Last week, big breaking news week, right, Jack? We had Blake Corum, Mozzie Smith, same day. We had a video out within minutes, 30 minutes of those news stories. Subscribe today, youtube.com/Michigan TV. Baron with the question, with James Yoder, Michigan football, I'm like, what? Okay, I got, does Michigan plan to get revenge against Georgia? I mean, that's the plan, right? I think the really interesting thing, I think it seemed, cheeky, corny at the time last year when Andrew Anthony, Diamond Edwards, and J.J. McCarthy stayed out in the field after the Orange Bowl and watched Georgia celebrate and get, the Orange Bowl championship, all that different stuff. They stay out there because, they want to know what it was like. They would never want to have that feeling again. I think that will make a difference, but whoever Michigan plays in that championship game, should they beat TCU, there is going to be some bad blood for these Wolverines, a chance to beat Ohio State again twice in one season, 3 straight times. That would be a motivating factor, absolutely. Or, folks, if not Ohio State, they get revenge on really the team that potentially kept them away from a national championship opportunity last year in the eventual national champions in the Georgia Bulldogs. So I think absolutely revenge, but whoever they play in that title game, Michigan will have something to say about what's going on between them and their opponent over the last few years. Make sure you guys download our sponsor, Fetch. It's the Fetch app, folks, for iPhone or Android. It is absolutely free to use. Allows you to scan your receipts to earn points and turn those points into gift cards. Whether you're shopping at Target, Walmart, your grocery store, or even your local mom and pop store, you can earn reward points by scanning your receipts with Fetch. You can also connect your Amazon account and your email address to earn points on all of your e-receipts. If you get an Uber or anything like that, DoorDash, get points for those purchases. It's totally free. Use my link to download. Jack, toss that in the live chat if you get the opportunity. Chatsports.com/Fetch, chatsports.com/Fetch. You scan your receipts, you connect your Amazon account, you accumulate points, and you get 5,000 bonus points when you download chatsports.com/Fetch. Drops you onto the App Store for iPhone or Android. Use promo code CHAT for the 5,000 bonus points. That's equivalent, folks, to a free $5 gift card. When you accumulate enough points, you can click on redeem in the Fetch app, and you can choose from hundreds of stores and restaurants, Amazon, CVS, Starbucks, movie theaters, to turn those points into gift cards. You saw on screen how easy the app is to use. The 5,000 bonus points is only for a limited time, so get started now. Chatsports.com/Fetch. Enter promo code CHAT, CHAT. The link is in the live chat, the comments, and the description of today's Michigan Football Report. Chatsports.com/Fetch. My man Stephen Murs says, thanks for all you do, Yoder. With the transfer portal being so hot, do you think Michigan tells these higher recruits to go strategically wait to commit so we don't lose on more players? Pretty interesting thought, right? So he's basically asking if Michigan would have guys potentially wait until January or February. How about like a Nicholas Harbor or someone like that? It's an interesting scenario. I haven't heard it necessarily. I think I probably would have in some way, shape, or form over the past few months, but I don't hate the strategy, but you risk losing those guys. Is Michigan tells the recruits, hey, wait, because we want to go hard after these transfer portal guys right after the season. Maybe you could, you don't have to sign December 21st as a recruit. You can wait until February, no big deal. And you could even wait until early January if you're an early enrollee. Just show up on campus, sign the letter of intent. That days, I haven't heard of it, Stephen, but if I do, I'm going to let you know. I'll shoot you a DM. I'm going to reach out after the show today, see if we can find out about it. Shane Johnson, we got him, Jack. I'm going to put him on the I'm going to put one for Shane as well. Get you on the helmet here in a moment, Shane. JG will be everyone's favorite when he ends his career 4-0 in the game. He's already 2-0, folks. 2 natties, and Jayden Davis, he's saying, Michigan's 2024 5-star quarterback. I don't want to say commit yet, but deep target is do or die. All right, so to go 25-2 and not sign a 5-star quarterback were beyond ridiculous. He also would probably cement a top 5 class in 2024. So 2 thoughts there. Once J.J. McCarthy leaves Michigan, if everything pans out, I think as long as he beats Ohio State next year, right? They'll give him 3 wins, maybe 4 if they rematch in the national title game, and leaves. I don't know if you could do anything else, right? J.J. McCarthy becomes the greatest quarterback maybe in Michigan football history. And then he says Jayden Davis. Friday was always the day, right? So you might be watching this, folks, on Saturday. We're recording this on our live show Thursday night. If he didn't come in on Friday, then my information was not either accurate or something's changed, right? Is we heard last week after the Ohio State game, it'll be at least by the Friday after the Big Ten title game. Well, folks, that is December 9th, and if he doesn't commit tomorrow, I'm not saying panic yet with Jayden Davis, but that at least was the word after his visit a couple weeks ago at the Big House. Let me guys answer me this question. What is your drink of choice when watching a Michigan football game? Beer, wine, liquor, if you're talking about alcoholic beverages, of course, or you don't drink. I'll first few people to put it in the live chats I'll give shout outs to. So beer, wine, liquor, or don't drink. Let me know what you guys drink when you're watching a Michigan football game. I got Hugh. I see that last name, Hugh. He's given a beer. Logan's a B as well for beer. Zach B. Go Blue 2022 B. And then J Money Cyper says he doesn't drink. Carl doesn't drink as well. Mick B. And Eric is a B. So a lot of beer guys, few don't drinks there. I think we saw a water or wine for W. Mr. Gary something doesn't drink. L liquor for the A train. So let me know down in the comments if you're watching this on the on-demand cut on Saturday. Gary from the Upper Peninsula. I think that's what Gary, a guy from the Upper Peninsula. I said Gary from UP. That's a picture of Guy Fieri, though, right? You think it's really him, Jack? I don't know. We'll say Dan Fair, $50. You know what that means, Jack? We're going to get your info. Dan, if you can, put in the live chat your Twitter or Instagram, link to your Twitter Instagram account. We're going to DM you and get your information so we can FaceTime you, right? That's $50, right? It was FaceTime, or was that $100? 50? Okay, 50. Okay. Personalized video for Dan. So we got one for you coming up, Dan. Appreciate it. Will there be any expected players declaring for the NFL draft like Chris Hinton or Vincent Gray last year? Get the hashtag Michigan. I thought Eric All was going to be that guy. He was almost that guy last year, but decided to stick around for this year, got hurt, and now is looking like he is going to be a transfer portal guy. Wouldn't be as unexpected as those guys. They didn't get drafted. They both would be practice squad guys, and I think that was a bad look. They certainly would have made a difference on this year's Michigan team, although I don't know if Michigan absolutely needed them or not. It doesn't seem like they did, given that they're 13-0. But think about a couple guys here potentially. Like Mike Morris, I think he's a high potential draft pick, but I think the expectation right now is that he does probably come back. Not necessarily the same level here. I would say maybe DJ Turner, but that one seems a little bit ridiculous too. Not that specifically those two guys that might go undrafted, guys that might be unexpected a little bit. Zach Zinter might potentially leave. He's been there for 3 years, starting for 3 years as Michigan's right guard. He's one that might be unexpected. I think Michigan's expecting to come back. Gmon Green, maybe Gmon Green could fall into that Vincent Gray where he declares the NFL draft and doesn't get drafted. But overall, I think guys who were, if they leave, like Zach, like Mike Morris, Mozzie Smith, I think is going to leave. Blake Corum, of course, I think will leave as well. I think all those guys will get drafted, and don't run the risk of getting undrafted like Hinton and Vincent Gray did last year. Let me know again, folks, will you guys be in the national championship game in LA? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Y or N, I want to know from you guys, will you be joining Jack and I, national championship, of course, assuming Michigan wins, beats TCU, January 9th in Los Angeles SoFi Stadium? Give me a Y or an N.